Watch closely. This is the story of La Corona. And this story begins with a boy who likes to hurt people. And this boy who likes to hurt people had to be put away into an insane asylum at a very young age by his loving mother. And in this insane asylum, this boy, whose name was Johnny, made all kinds of interesting new friends. One of his very closest friends was someone named Charlie. And Charlie escaped one day. And that made Johnny feel really sad. So he sat in the corner of his padded cell and began to sing. Charlie likes to go walking into the hallway where he pees. Charlie likes to go mining into the nurse's head when it bleeds. All of the while doctors drill at his teeth, because Charlie likes the candy he gets when he weeps. Oh, the silence here in a dream, the silence here for you and me, the silence here in a dream. That is the song Johnny sang before he went to sleep. But soon, Johnny was about to get released on good behavior because they fixed Johnny from his addiction of trying to hurt people. But something happened that was unexpected. Something tragic had happened that Johnny was unaware of. So when Johnny was released from prison, he wondered where his mother was at. Why didn't his mother come and pick him up? Why wasn't she there? Did she forget about Johnny? Was Johnny not important to her anymore? Was Johnny just a lost cause? These are the questions Johnny needed the answers to, that rolled around his mind like tiny little marbles in a spray can. So he started walking to his mother's house that was 50 miles away. And when he got to his mother's house, his feet were bleeding because the soles of the bottom of his shoe were completely torn and scarred. As he opened the door to his mother's house, he noticed it was locked. So he had to find the key, and he found it underneath the little frog where she always used to put it at. And he went inside the house and smelled something absolutely horrible. A smell that was all too familiar to Charlie, one of Johnny's closest friends. Charlie had the same disease as Johnny. And Charlie used to tell Johnny about the wonderful smells that came with hurting people. And this, in Johnny's mind, was one of those smells. As he slowly started walking down the hallway, that nasty, wretched smell started to get stronger and more sour. And it was coming, oozing from his mother's bedroom. and he knew that he was going to encounter something absolutely horrific, and that would change his life forever. And Johnny walked inside his mother's room, and he seen her lying there dead on the floor with a shotgun blast to her stomach, bloated, bleeding and oozing. A corpse rotting there for at least 2 months, baking in the sun. And Johnny could not believe his eyes. He started to scream and cry. So much, he started to hear a loud After he couldn't scream anymore, he called the police and told them what he had discovered. And the cops rushed over, as well as the detectives. And Johnny explained to them exactly what had happened. That he came home after being released from the asylum to discover his mother's dead, rotting corpse lying on the floor. And the coroner and doctors confirmed that she was dead for over at least 2 months. So police officers and the detectives could not hold Johnny in custody. So Johnny went home, and he could not sleep. He stayed wide awake, thinking to himself, who can kill such a sweet woman? She never did any drugs. She was a kind soul. And Johnny reminisced at the time when he was hurting a dog and his mother caught him. And instead of trying to hurt Johnny, she consoled him and said, "Don't worry, son. We'll fix you. Everything is okay." And that's when Johnny got help for his mother. And he could not figure out why somebody would want to take her life. But Johnny remembered his older brother, who was a drug addict. Where was his brother? And Johnny remembered exactly where his brother's best friend used to live at. And it was time for Johnny to pay him a little visit. So Johnny went over to his house and started knocking on his door. And he answered the door. And that's when Johnny spoke to him and said, "Hey, how you doing, man? I haven't seen you in such a long time. It's me, Johnny. I'm Robert's little brother. Hey, have you seen Robert around anywhere? I need to tell him something." And the guy replied, "No, man, I don't know who's that. I haven't seen him in a long time. I haven't seen him in like the past 2 months. He just went up and disappeared." But Johnny had a little feeling that he was lying. So Johnny took a hammer that was on the shelf in the garage when he had his back turned. And Johnny remembered all the times he used to pick on him as a child. And Johnny knew what happened next he was really going to enjoy. And that's when Johnny broke his fucking arm with the hammer. And he screamed out in agony and pain. And Johnny tied his fucking ass up to a chair and said, "Shut the fuck up, bitch. This is the part where the fun starts." Then Johnny slowly walked over to the window And he said, "You know something, compa? My mother, when she was very young, as a child, I used to make such a beautiful crown for her on her birthday. But now she is not here to wear this crown for her birthday. So mira, cabrón, I'm gonna make a crown for your fucking head instead." And that's when Johnny grabbed a hammer and a nail and started to bang it into his fucking skull as the blood slowly dripped down from his fucking eyes. He noticed his eyes started to twitch just a little bit on the left side. So Johnny started to look real close and started to smile and chuckle just a little bit. And the guy finally says, "Okay, fool, okay. I know what happened to your mom." And Johnny goes, "Of course you know what happened to my mom, motherfucker. So tell me the story. I'm all ears, bitch." And that's when Johnny cut off his fucking ear and put it on the top of his head. And the man began to tell his story. And here's how the story went. Johnny's older brother, Robert, owed some very bad people some money. And when they couldn't pay up, they killed his mother in cold blood. And now Robert is on the run like a little fucking white rabbit. He is running. Away, little white rabbit, away. And then that's when Johnny says, "Mira, compa, if you give me his phone number, I will let you live. I will let you live, Monanito." And that's when the man said, "Okay, I'll do it. Whatever you say, it's in my phone. My password is La Borracho." And Johnny replies to him, "That's a good fucking password, man. I gotta get that on my phone." And then Johnny had to make a decision. Either he was going to let this piece of shit live or he was going to die. And Johnny looked at the man and said, "Hey, you want to live or you want to die?" And he said, "I want to live, man. I want to live." That's what he said. And Johnny goes, "Okay, but you can't tell nobody what happened to you here. Otherwise I'll come back and find you and I will fucking kill you." And the guy said, okay, I won't tell nobody nothing." And then Johnny goes, "I don't fucking believe you, man. You seem like the type who would snitch on somebody. So I tell you what, I'm gonna take a picture of you in a fucking risque kind of pose. And if you say anything, I'm gonna show everybody this fucking picture, okay?" And that's when Johnny gets a broomstick and shoves it in his fucking ass. And he takes a fucking picture. And he tells him, "Look, if you tell anybody about this, what happened here today, I'm gonna tell them you're my boyfriend and we fucking." And this is the picture to prove it right here. And let me tell you something, you're a good guy, okay? You take me out to eat, you show me a good fucking time, we go dancing. You're a really good fucking guy to me, man. I thought I'd just let you know that. So I'm going to let you live now. Enjoy that fucking stick in your ass. Goodbye. And it was very nice seeing you again, my friend. And that's when Johnny started to walk away. But then Johnny realized he forgot something and went back with the hammer and started bashing his fucking face in one more time. And he kept hitting him until half of his fucking skull was missing. Johnny was all covered in blood. So he poured gas all over the fucking house and burnt it to the ground. And Johnny deleted those nasty ass fucking pictures off his phone and started laughing his ass off. And some of you are probably thinking, why did Johnny let him believe that he was gonna let him go? Well, it's because Johnny just really likes to fuck with people. That's why. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Robert? This is your little brother, Johnny. How the fuck you been, bro? Johnny, huh? Yeah. What the fuck are you doing with Freddy's phone? Oh man, I just got out a little while ago. And me and Freddy, we decided to have a little barbecue. You should've came over, man. We had such a good fucking time, bro. Yeah. I know what kind of good time you like to have, Johnny. So what the fuck do you want? Oh, nothing. I just want to see you, man. It's been a long, long fucking time. Yeah, I think, I might know why you want to be seeing me. And I just want to tell you right now, man, that, I'm glad that fucking bitch is dead. Do you hear me? And you can take your fucking retarded ass back to the asylum from where you fucking came. And I hope you die, Johnny. I really do. Oh, brother, I fucking missed you too, man. Let me tell you something, bro. You remember that one time when I accidentally took off your toenail? How you screamed. We used to have so much fun when we were little, man. I really do hope that we can play again sometime. Yeah, Johnny. We'll see, motherfucker. I honestly believe you'll never fucking find me. And if you do, I got something for your fucking ass. Hell yeah. My brother got me a present. It's been a long fucking time. I hope it's nice. Because you missed a lot of my birthdays, motherfucker.